I can hear you.
Okay, great. Thank you. Okay, so I hope everybody is enjoying this, and you're going in here and then having all these updates here. So I'm keeping this pretty up to date, and then I want everybody to take your effort and then practice and put your hours in here. Okay, and also I mentioned previously these are going to be interview questions. We go as we move along in the class. I'm going to start putting in more information here. But these interview questions, please memorize this. Memorize this if you're going to memorize the surah. So these are going to be really important. And then this is going to be the course notes that by the end of this class is going to have about 500 pages. So you want to download it once we're done with this. Okay, and then these are from the course notes. These topics I'm splitting up so that when you're taking interview, you have all these open up and work on your interview. Okay, so last time we were working on cat command and some of the commands we are going back and forth. So somebody asked a question about this command here, what is P stands for. So we'll take a look here. So by the way, anybody has any other questions from last week? Okay. All right. Put in group chat if you are having questions. Then I'll read through it and then we'll work on that.
Zafar bhai, quickly, are we gonna do the through putty again today, right?
We are in putty already. I mean, going forward, you should. This is your virtual box, and this goes. It should be running in the background. And this is like a real life server, and then you're using a putty to connect to this here. And then all you do is keep it minimized, and then everything will be used using putty.
Yeah, I was doing during practice going back and forth just to experiment, and today I'm not able to connect through putty, so I'm trying to see if IP address got changed or something.
Yeah, IP address usually gets changed here because there are a lot of configuration changes in there. I didn't tell you guys about because if I tell you now, then there are other things that we will be working through in the command line that is going to be confusing at this moment. So if you're not able to use host only adapter, go ahead and use bridge adapter. That should resolve your issue, and then type ifconfig to get a new IP.
Sure. Thanks a lot.
Okay, no problem. Okay, so let's see here. I'm gonna create some files here. Touch file 1, file 2, and then I do ls-l. So we have 2 files here created now, right? So actually I have to create a folder here. So let me just remove this. I'm creating a new folder using mkdir command, and this is where this command is. Okay, I'm gonna create mkdir red hat and blue hat. Okay, so I have 2 folders here, and then I'm gonna go into red hat. Okay, and then I hit enter, and then I'm gonna go up and create couple files.
अगर इन लैपटॉप में से आवाज क्यों नहीं आ रही है हेडफोन में से? नहीं, मैं वही बोल रहा हूँ.
Okay, so I'm creating two files in this folder here, and then what I need to demonstrate now is copying the entire folder. And somebody asked a question, what does P stands for? So it's gonna preserve the permissions. So let me go back.
Zafar, I have a question.
Yes.
Okay. So right now you're in root, right?
What's the command to see where I'm at?
What's the command? PW.
Okay, yeah. So I'm in root, yes.
Yeah, so when you did ls, how come it didn't show like all the detail, like documents, other files? Why is it showing only the things that you created?
Oh, you know what? I've been playing around with it. I deleted it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, it doesn't matter. I mean, we in Linux, you log in as root, so just delete everything in there because those are the ones. Once you go into X Windows mode, it will create those. It's creating your files. Okay.
Okay.
I mean, the correct term is that it creates your profile. Okay, so I have deleted those so that I have like a clean slate here, and then that's what I really want. So I have two folders here. I have some content in the folder Red Hat, and I'm copying the entire Red Hat folder into Blue Hat. Okay. So the command is cp. Cp stands for copy. Okay, this command is used for copying the files here. So I'm going to do cp hyphen r means recursively, and then force means we are forcing the entire content of the folder to be copied. V means verbose, means it displays what is being copied. So I'm going to leave off P here, and then copy Red Hat. Then I'm copy the entire folder to Blue Hat. Okay, so let's go ahead and go into folder Blue Hat. Let me go into folder Red Hat first. Okay, and then let me go back. When I type cd ... it will take me back here. Okay, I mentioned up here, when you type 2 ... this means it goes up one level of the directory. So I'm back to the previous directory, and then I'm typing cd Blue Hat, and I type ls-l. Okay, so here you see the original directory was created at this moment here, but now once we use the copy, it changed when it was copied. So let's go here into cd Red Hat. Okay, so the timestamp for two files here is 11:16, but originally I copied in when I created those files, the timestamp was different here. Okay, let me open another session here. Okay. By the way, how would you open a duplicate session? All you do is right click here on the top, and then click on duplicate session. This is nothing but another window here, another window for the same host. Okay, I'm logging back as root. My secret password, I clear it. I do ls-l, and then I'm going to go into the folder Red Hat, and I do ls-l. Okay, so the original file's date timestamp is 11:14, but we did copy it at this moment here, and then the permissions at this moment are same. So when we type the switch P, it's going to preserve all the permissions. Okay, guys, please, when you're not talking, please mute yourself, okay? Thank you. So I'm going to run the command with P and then see if it's going to copy the original file content, okay? So let me do pwd. And then over here, let me do pwd. So this is a different folder. This is a folder Red Hat we copied into Blue Hat. So I'm going to go back a folder. And then I'm going to type rm-rf. I'm going to delete everything here. Okay. Now, let me go back again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy Red Hat into Blue Hat again. So how would I look up my history of my last commands? Just type history. Would you agree? So these are my last commands here. So I'm going to go up here and where is my? Apparently it's not keeping track. Oh, over here, I suppose. Okay, so I'm going to copy this command here. Remember, guys, in PuTTY, when you highlight this, it's already copied. Okay. Okay. Clear is the command to clear the screen. pwd, you want to see where you at. ls-l, it will list you with a lot of details in there. Now I'm going to copy the command with P in it. Okay. So what it should do is with P switch, it should preserve the timestamp and permissions and all that here. Okay, let's go into CD Blue Hat. So now you see, even though we copied this at 10:22 a.m., the timestamp is the original timestamp. Okay, and then let's go into the folder. So now you could confirm that using the switch P, it preserves the permission, date stamps, and everything, and it even preserves who has created the files and who has access and all those. Okay, so when you're copying a folder from one place to another place, it is really important to use a switch P. Okay. All right. So I put in a trivial question in the chat, and some people replied. I was really happy that everybody was able to reply, and then that means that you are getting the concept here and what we're learning here. Okay. So let's build that on that here, and I'll show you a couple commands how to use the copy command using dot and dot dot. Okay, so let's see here. So over here, let me go into the folder Red Hat. Okay, let me go back here. What do I have here? Okay, folder Red Hat. Okay, let me go into the folder Red Hat. Okay. And then I have some files in here. So I'm going to remove these files, rm-rf and the asterisk. So rm is a remove command, then hyphen, and what it's telling is recursively and force. R stands for recursively, S stands for force. Okay, and then I'm putting an asterisk here. When I put an asterisk, it's going to remove everything in that folder. It's not going to care what you have in there. This command is very dangerous. Use it carefully, okay? and when you hit enter, everything is gone. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to type cd dot dot. Okay, can somebody tell me what will happen when I type cd dot dot?
It will go two step before.
Okay, so it will go to root, right? It will go to root, right? Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, in this case, yes.
Okay, so I'm in read, and let me expand this a little bit. You guys could see the screen and everything clearly, right? The fonts are big enough, not too small.
Looks good for me.
Okay. Okay, so I know I'm going to go into the folder blue hat, and there is another folder in the red hat, right? And then I'm doing pwd, then I do ls-l. So what I want to do is I want to copy one of this file here, and then I want to copy in this folder root here. So I mean, simple term would be copy file 1 to /root, right? It will copy it for you. But what else you could do is you could type this and this. So when I type 2 dots, it's going to copy it here. And then when I type another 2 dots, it's going to copy it to root. Okay? So let's see if it's going to work. All right. So now I want to see the content of the root. Okay? You don't really have to change the directory to go and go into the directory to do ls. Okay, this is something new today. I'm showing it to you. You could do ls-l, and then what you could do is /root. Okay, here's the file we just copied using this command here. So you could see how you could get creative here. You could really get creative here. We learned so many commands so far. Now you could use all these commands in combination of other commands to manipulate the files, copy around the files, the folders, or delete, or whatever you want to do. I mean, later on in the course, we're gonna use some commands to find out what's on the folder in a particular server. You'll be sitting in Chicago, and then you want to see what's on the root folder of a particular server sitting somewhere else in the world. You'll be using all these commands here, okay? So these are just the basic commands, but you will be using it every day. Okay. So I mean, if you could do this, you could remove the files, you could delete the files, you could do it anything you want in different folders here. Okay, somebody asked a question. Let me check. Okay, no, nobody asked it.
But Zafar, in the ls command, you put the switch, and then after that, you mention the search directory. If we mention the switch after the search directory, will it work the same way?
No. I mean, you have to use the switch with command. This is the ls command.
Okay.
Next command, if you just do ls, it's not going to show you the details here, right? If you do ls, I mean, this is for our visual. It just gives you a list of files here.
No. Type switch after that. ls/root and then switch. Yeah.
Like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's the same thing, right?
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
I never used it, but I'm learning with you guys at the same time, so this is really good. Okay. So as you can see, this topic is very vast, and then you could definitely play around with this and figure things out. And when we're going to do some scripting, things like that, and this is where all your skills going to come into play. Okay, really good. Really good. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, let me go ahead and type that command in here. ls-l and then slash root. So you can ls from pwd. Okay, that's good enough, right? Okay, touch. What is the command to jump to my home directory? Okay, I already typed it here, cd. So when you type cd, it takes you to the home directory, okay? In this case, I'm logged in as root, which is admin, and you are logged in as super user right now, okay? And when you type cd, it will take you back to your home directory, which is root. So I think I need to demo one here. So, okay, what I could do also is I could copy it from here, or I could create a file from present working directory into any other directory, okay? So there is one more folder in this blue hat named Red Hat, right? I'm going to create a file in there. You type touch, and then you type blue hat, then there is another folder in the Red Hat, and then I'm going to give the name of the file new file, okay? And then I did that, and I do ls-l. The file should be in the folder Red Hat. Okay, so there it is. The file, new file is there. Okay, or let me do this. Okay, here's the new file. All right, so let's see here. No, not this one. Touch command, right? This one. Okay, what else? So I noticed some people have a question about cat, right? So let me go over it a little bit. So when you type cat and then greater than sign like this, and then the file name, okay, okay, here's the thing here. You could use this command, a lot of ways. At this moment, when I'm typing cat greater than and then X file. So what's happening here, cat command, what it does is it looks for the file in here in the folder if it's there or not. So if the file is already there, it will start writing into that file. If the file is not there, it will start it will create the file. At the same moment, it will take you into the quick edit mode. Okay. So right now, X file didn't exist. So I did this, and then it took me into the edit mode here. So I'm going to type, this is not a full edit mode, this is a quick edit mode. And then Control D. So I'm out of the quick edit mode, okay? If I do ls-l, so what it did was it created the file here. X file never existed, but it created at that moment here. Okay, now if you run the same command again, be careful here. If you have only a single greater than sign, what it's doing is going to take you back into the X file because it already exists, and at the same moment, give me 1 second, if somebody's calling. Okay, sorry about that. So when you do a single greater than sign, is going to start overriding it. The moment you hit enter, it already had overwritten it. Okay, let's do Control D, and then to read the file, you do Control greater than, or you just do cat X file. It's nothing in there. All this content has already been gone. Okay, so you really need to understand and practice really good that you know how you use the cat command or any command how you're going to use is going to have some consequences. But let's see here, you do this. You could also do greater than sign here if the file never exists. It's going to go ahead and create the file at this moment, and then if there is any content in that file, it's not going to overwrite it. What it's going to do is it's going to preserve the content of the file. Okay.
Hello?
Yes.
Can you go over one more time the cat file thing?
I will. Okay. This is new line. This is okay. Now I'm going to do Control D and ls-l. So even two greater than signs, if the file never existed, it will create the file. Okay. Okay. All right. So if I do this to this file X file 1 and then hit enter, it will take you into the quick edit mode. At the same time, it's going to delete whatever you have in there. Okay. Whatever you have in that file, it's going to delete it. But we're not going to do that. What we're going to do is, we know there is something in that file here. Okay. So let me. I want to quickly read what's in this file here. So what is the command? Just simple cat. Okay, somebody asked a question. Okay, so what I'm going to do is cat X file. Can somebody tell me what will happen when I push the tab key? Tab key is going to autofill. Tab key is going to autofill the possibilities, okay? So when I do double tap, it brings you the result of the possible files you want to check. So I type cat and then push the double tap. This part of the file is matching with two files here, so it will bring you the two results. And then I want to type one. And then what I did was, using the cat file, I just read through the file. Okay, I'm just reading through the file here. Okay, good. But if I want to add more content to the file, I use the same command like this. Okay, and then I hit enter. What it's gonna do is double greater than sign is gonna go into quick edit mode, but it will keep these lines here. Whatever you have in this line, it will open a new line on the bottom, and then you could type in there. This is line 3. This is line 4. And I do Control D, and then when I do cat, I should expect 4 lines in there. Okay, so is this clear to you? You asked me a question. Can you confirm, or you want me to explain more? Okay. Okay, good. No questions. So let's see here. Okay. Let me introduce you to a new command. It's called grep. The name of the new command is grep. Grep. Okay, remember guys, all these commands are in lowercase. I'm putting this into the Word document. It's auto correcting it, but you should remember that if you're looking at the command, you should just assume that everything is in lowercase. And most of the things you will see in Linux are going to be in lowercase, definitely lowercase. So what does grep commands do? Grep command will
Grep.
Yeah.
It will show the pattern.
Yes. It will search through the result and provide you the output of the request. So let's see here. I know I have this 4 lines in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the grep command to search for the line which has word 4 in it.
4.
Yeah. So before that, let me introduce you. Okay. So there is a letter, not a letter, I'm sorry. There is a sign on the keyboard. It's a pipe. Okay. So let me bring up the keyboard. Okay. Okay. So the pipe, you're going to be using this. This sign is called pipe. You hold the shift key and you push that button right next to delete key here. I mean, I'm looking at my keyboard here. Okay, just remember it's shift and the key above the enter key. It's just like a little line here, vertical line. So this is called pipe. Okay. So what happens is you use this sign pipe in the combination of other commands. Okay. So let's take a look here. I'm using cat x files. Okay. And then when the moment I type this in here, it becomes, then you're going to use the secondary command in combination of this primary command. So I introduce you here grep. So what is grep going to do? So grep, what it does, it will bring you back the result for a particular pattern you search for. So I'm going to search for pattern 4 and then hit enter. So what it did here is it ignored everything. It went through and read through all these lines here, and then it looked for the pattern 4, and then it brought you up the line 4 in here. So there you go. The result, what is grep is, this is the result. When you type cat file, this is the result. Within that result, we are looking for another result. We are looking for another search which looks for 4. So when you type this in here, 4, it will bring you that thing up. Okay, so we have so many things times with this. So when I hit enter this, it brought you up 3 lines here, because 3 lines contain the word this in it. So it ignored this here. It starts with the uppercase T. So it ignored that. But what you could do is, you could do -I. So it will ignore the case. This time it will bring you everything that is matching the word this. Okay. So grep is pretty powerful when you are searching through a 1,000-line document, and you will be there will be some message logs you will be searching through to troubleshoot, and you will be using command grep to search for pattern and bring you the short results. Okay. Any questions? Okay, if you can type it, put a question into the WhatsApp chat. Okay, I'm checking those on my computer at the same time. Okay, good. So we learned about pipe, and then okay, this is the example. Yeah, I like this one better. Okay, good. Okay, let's see here. You did we did PWD, LS, CD, history, MKDIR, RM, move, absolute relative path. Anybody has any questions about absolute and relative path? Okay. I need to put Okay, already did that. You know what? I need to show you how to do the copy. Uh, when I asked the trivial question, I was really happy. Seems like everybody is getting the concept. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy X file into uh, into the different directory here. So I'm into a directory pwd. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the directory cd red hat. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy. Then I know the file is xfile1 is in the folder root. So either I could do that root, then I type it, then I type xfile1, and then I type the period. When I type the period, it's telling me that here I explained you, and I think most of you guys got the concept. When you type a period, a single dot, that means it's a present working directory. So what the copy command is doing is going into this folder and copying into the present working directory. Our present working directory is Red Hat. Let me not do that yet. But what else I could do is I could do cp // then xfile1 dot. Okay, I can do this also. Then I type ls -l, and this is where the file is. Okay. Okay. So today we learned grep pipe, and then what I'm gonna do is let's see here. I already showed you guys how to rename the file, right? mv command is used for renaming the file. Right here. Move command, it moves the file and the folder, and it also is used to rename the file or folder if the name does not already exist. So okay, all that thing is all covered. And what I'm doing is I'm also putting the date and then where that YouTube video talks about it. Okay, so let me go ahead and do this here too. And I'll update it here with the YouTube link once it's uploaded. Okay, so let me go ahead and start the VI editor. So far we checked only copy, delete, and then using a cat command. Using a cat command, we went into the quick edit mode, and then using a cat command, we are reading it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into a VI editor. Okay, what is VI editor? VI editor is it's nothing but Okay, this is a text editor, and you can use it to edit huge files, and then you can use it for scripting, and then let me see what else you could use. All the configuration configuration files are text based, so you can use the VI editor. Okay, what is the example of we already saw one configuration file, right? We went into init tab and then changed our run level, so we had already used a VI editor here, but I didn't show you all the in and outs of VI editor, how we would use it. Okay, right here I used VI and then the command and then the location of the file to go in there and change the configuration of the file here. So remember, in Linux nothing is visual. I mean, there is some part of GUI, but we're not using it. We are using everything in the black window. Okay, good. So what I'm going to do now is, let's see, I think we are ready for the VI editor here. So we're going to go into deep dive in this, and then spend today and tomorrow in VI editor, and then at the same time, as we move along, I'm going to introduce you to more commands, because there are a lot of other commands that we will be using it, but it won't be good if I start showing you at this moment. Okay, so if you are with me, what you could do is let me see if somebody's asking a question. No, it's one of the other groups. Okay, when I type VI and then the name of the file, and I'm going to go ahead and remove everything here from here. So the command is to remove rf-rf and the asterisk. Everything else is gone from the folder. So I'm starting clean. That folder is clean now. So when I type the command VI and then the name Red Hat, what it's going to do now is, VI is the name of an editor which is built into most of the Linux distributions. It is true with also Red Hat. Red Hat has a built-in VI editor. So I'm using this VI editor. When I type VI space Red Hat, what I'm telling is to the CLI command is VI and then create a file name Red Hat, and then when I hit enter, it's going to open into the edit mode. I'm sorry, not edit mode. It's going to open the VI editor. Okay, but at the same time, it's not going to create the file unless you save it. Okay, I'll show you how to save it. So you hit VI, and then okay, so swap font of file by the name. Okay, let me just quit it here. I'm gonna use a different file here because there is a file we already used a couple times, so it's getting confused. I'll show you how we could troubleshoot that issue later on. But I'm gonna go into the file name Black Hat. I'm gonna create that file name Black Hat. Okay, and then hit enter. So right now, the moment you hit enter, you are still into the, you're not into the edit mode, you're just into the read mode. Okay. So it enters the read mode. Okay. And then how am I gonna go into the edit mode? So to go into the edit mode, you have to type letter I on the keyboard. So when you type letter I on the keyboard, it says insert. Insert mode is nothing but let me take a step back here. It enters the read mode, also known as command mode. Okay. This you really have to understand this concept, but the moment you start using it, then you will know how all this thing is working. Okay. All right. So I type VI and then I hit enter. So what happened here is it opened the file, it opened the blank file, and then at the same time it's in the read mode, and also at the same time it's in command mode. Okay. So you type letter I on the keyboard. This will change to insert mode. This will change to insert mode. Okay. So in insert mode, if the file is blank, you could start typing in there. Okay. So I'm gonna go here and say like, okay, I will start typing, right? So I'm gonna type line 1. Okay. I'm typing this is amazing. Line 2. Okay. You know what? I am using Linux for a while here. I really don't care about any grammar here. Line 2. This is awesome. Okay, line 3. This is great. Line 4. This is getting interesting. Line 5. Okay, this is super good. Line 6. Okay, remember I'm still in insert mode here. Okay. Okay, so I have line 6. This is Red Hat OS. Okay, line 7. This OS is free. Okay, line 8. Red Hat is most popular. Okay, line 9. Okay, Oracle has its own version of Linux. Okay, line 10. Um, IBM, Linux is AIX. Okay, line 11 is uh, okay, RHEL. What is RHEL stands for? Red Hat Enterprise Linux. Okay. All right, line 12. Supercomputer uses Linux version. Okay, so I started off with a blank file, and then I type in about 12 lines here. Okay, in reality, you will be dealing with a file which has thousands of lines in there. But right now, what I'm doing is I'm just showing you how to manipulate these files, and then there are some built-in commands how you would use it. Okay, so right now I'm in insert mode, right? When I push the escape key here, this key, ESC, okay, it goes back into the command mode. Okay, good. So now the file is not saved. File is not saved at this moment. If there is a power loss or something, more than likely what you have typed so far is all gone. So how you gonna do? Save the file? Okay, so let's see here. So we are into the command mode. So normally what I do is I push the shift key and colon, and down on the bottom you have two colons here. So what it's doing is ready to take the command. Okay, so when I type lowercase x, what it's doing here is it's taking a command. It's going to save and exit. When I type x and hit enter, what it did was it just saved and exit the file. Okay, it just saved it at this moment here. You could see 1207. We've been in the file for like a little while here, at least 5 minutes in there. But the file got saved just now. When you use the command, :x, it will take you back into the it will save the file and exit out of it. Okay, so before that, colon, okay, when you are at colon, it will take the commands. X will save and exit. What X does is it save and exit the command here. Okay, I want to go back into the file here, vi black hat. It should still have all that thing in there. Okay, so you just came in here to read the file here, right? But you could do that here too. Okay, so you go in here and then you do control colon Q. When you do colon Q, if you have not made any changes, it will just simply quit. Okay, colon Q does is it quits. colon Q quits the read mode. Colon X. Okay, you know what? Actually, this is not working. So give me one moment here. Okay. Okay, good. Okay, if you only type colon, this is ready for command. Okay, then you type colon X. What it's doing is save and exit. Okay, colon Q, it will quit read only mode. Okay, great. We're doing great here so far. Okay, so you don't want to use VI to go back in the and read what's in the black hat, right? So what you could do is you could do cat. You could do cat, and then you could do the name of the file, and it displays the content of the file here. Okay, and then you could definitely use the previous commands here I showed you. You could grep for something here. You could do cat file name pipe, and then you could grep for line 10. Okay, all I did is just type 10, and then it brought me, or it filtered through all these lines here and then look for where it says 10, and it brought me back the line. Okay, somebody have any question? Oh, somebody's putting the, okay, hold on. LS. Okay, whoever put the Sabina, I think you put in RM space hyphen RF, then there is a space there, then an asterisk. Okay. Oh, somebody already helped out. Really good. Okay. All right. I didn't see that. I type clear command to clear it. So what I'm going to do next is, let's see here. Okay, so let me go into VI red hat, black hat. Okay, now I want to delete line 1. Okay, I want to delete line 1. So from the command mode, all you have to do is type DD. You don't have to type colon here. Okay, you type DD, and then the line is gone. Okay, delete the line. You type DD, deletes the line, deletes the line where the cursor is. Okay, okay, there was a mistake. So what you do is you just type letter U on the keyboard. What it does is undeletes it. U undeletes it. Not undelete, I mean undo. Undo the last action. Not just delete it, it undoes it. U D. Okay. All right. Good. Okay. Okay, so let's see here. Line. Okay. So in here, you want to move around the text editor here, right? You could use up and down arrow key, but you could also use letter L. I'm pushing letter L on the keyboard. What it's doing is it's moving line little character by character. Okay, so L moves. It moves cursor one character to the right. Okay, okay. I'm moving to the right. What about moving to the left? I'm pushing the letter H. Okay, I'm pushing letter H here on the keyboard. Letter H moves character to the left. These are all lower cases, guys. Remember this. Just don't want to listen to it. Okay. All right. Okay. What about going up and down? So if you push letter J, I'm pushing letter J on the keyboard here. It's taking me down. Okay. Letter J. Okay. So when I push J, it's taking me down. Okay. And then if I push K, it's taking me one line up. Letter K, move cursor up one line. Okay, let me save this here. Okay, so let's see here. What I want to do is I want to copy the entire line. Okay, so if you want to copy the entire line, what you do is you push the letter Y couple times. Okay, I pushed the letter Y couple times. It already had copied it. Okay, it copied to the clipboard. So I go up and down the line, and wherever I want, I push the letter P. Okay, let me put this in here first. I push Y. Okay, copies the line where the cursor is at. Okay, and then to paste it, just push P only once. Okay, I have copied the line 1 and I'm pasting it. So what it does is it pastes into the line below the cursor is. Paste into new line below the. Okay, so that should be enough for you. Okay, So I pasted it on the all the way on the bottom here. What I could do is I could use letter K to move up here, and then I'm at line 7 here, right? I could push P, and then it's still copied in my clipboard. So I push P, and then it copied line 1 and pasted line 1 below the cursor here, okay? And I'm keep pushing it P, it keep pasting in there. I'm sorry. Any other question?
Yeah, move one character to the right. That should be L, right?
Yes. Yeah, I mean this is making oh I thought it was L was I. Yeah, you're right. Thanks for correcting me. Lowercase L. Okay? And then you could do U to undo this. You keep undoing it, you keep undoing it. It goes all the way back until you have not saved anything. So let me P. Okay, and all of a sudden you realize that you made a big mistake, but you didn't know which part you have edited it, and you don't want to save it. So you don't want to save it, right? So the command, if you want to save it, not save it, it's a WQ. Okay? Okay? So I'm sorry, not WQ. So what you have to type is, you have to do colon, exclamation, and Q. Okay? This will quit without saving. Okay, so I have a bunch of lines in here I put in, but all of a sudden I realized I don't want to save it. So what I have to do is, always is a good practice to use the escape key, okay? Even though you are in command mode, push the escape key regardless. So you do shift colon, and then I'm going to type exclamation and Q, okay?
I think it is first Q and then explanation.
Oh, really? Okay. Q and exclamation? Yeah, you're right. So thanks for correcting me. So it's Q and exclamation. So what it just did was it quit without saving. You could do cat black hat. So you could say it by confidence that you quit without saving. Okay. All right. Let me go back in there again, and I'm going to edit this, and then what if you want to copy like 2 lines here? You want to copy line 4 and 5. Okay. What you do is you simply push the key 2 YY. So what it did now at this moment here is it copied line 4 and line 5. And then what you could do is you could go wherever you want to paste it and do paste. Okay. So 2YY, you get the idea. You could use 3YY to copy 3 lines. Okay, let's see. Let me just undo this. Okay, I'm going to copy 5 lines here. Line 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Simple. 5YY. 5YY. Alright, I'm going to go down here and then use letter P. So it copied 5 lines and you pasted in there, okay? Alright. Here, you can use 2YY to copy 2 lines, 3YY to copy lines. You got the idea, right? Okay, you got the idea what's happening here. So let me save this. Okay. All right. So what else? Save, quit, copy. Okay. Okay. So what I'll do is I have I have compiled a long list of maybe there are like 30 commands in here. I'm gonna put this in here and then save it and upload it later on. Okay. What you should do is you should just follow it and then practice it because you get the idea, right? You all you need is the basic ones: how to move around, how to do this, how to copy. Maybe I'll show you how to cut. Let's see, what do you use? I showed you D, right? D to delete it, and then move the cursor. Undo.
If you add N to D, that will be basic cut number of lines.
Hmm. I'm sorry, what?
If we add an N, the number of lines, then it will basically delete those numbers. That's what you're looking for, cut, right?
Yeah, I mean, cut is to cut and paste. D, it deletes the lines.
If you cut and with do not do anything and use the P command, it will paste above or before.
Got that? Okay, let's do it. Let me do DD and then P. So yeah, it is working. So deletes the line. Actually, it cuts the line where the cursor is at, and then you can use P to paste. Okay.
But the caveat here is that it should be there immediately. If we do anything in between, that will be overwritten in the buffer. Unless we name that buffer, we can name the buffer with the letter after the DD A, B, C, and then it will remember that buffer.
Yes. I'll put all those things here you're finding. I'll put it in here, and then these are the basic ones here. In VI editor, you're not using much. Uh, like up here, I showed you. You're going in there and changing one character or deleting a line and then doing all that here. So the idea is to go in there and then move around, master these ones, and then you could find a lot of other commands online. But I do have a lot of other commands. I'm gonna make it public, and you guys could use it. Okay? Or you want me to go through some more here? Let me show you the one how you search in this line here. I think let's see before. Okay, so you type / and then you type IBM. Okay, what it does is it looks for the pattern and it throws the cursor over there. Cursor at your pattern you're looking for. Okay, you type / and then IBM. Within file, the cursor will jump to the pattern. Okay. Actually, let me go a couple more here. So if you push a letter O on the keyboard, what it does is it will go into the insert mode. At the same time, it opens a new line. it opens a new line. So let me put it here. Okay. Above. Opens new line in insert mode. Okay. And then I have shown you to undo it. I save, and then 5GGP. Okay, so I think I covered most of the basic ones, but I have a compile of other commands in here. You could practice on your own, and then you could use it. But don't worry too much on it. But I would say start practicing it because this is new. But don't worry about it because you will be going in and out a lot. That way you could learn also. Okay, let me clear this. Maybe what I'll do here is I'll copy all these lines in there so that you could copy and paste it in there. Merge. Okay. When you're practicing it, just copy and then paste it in there, and you should be able to do it. But you get the idea what we are doing here. Okay. All right. So anybody has any questions? So
I got a question.
yeah.
Okay, so you put forward slash IBM. That's just an example.
Yeah, it is.
So if I put example forward slash and then this, the word THIS, then it's going to put on top, the first this. So how can I go from this to the next this?
Line 1.
Okay, so if it has like a multiple occurrence.
Yes.
Okay.
Or maybe the word Linux example. There's
No,
two
yeah.
of them.
I mean, the thing is, let's see here. Let me escape out of this. Okay. So you type this and hit enter, right? And then you push letter N on the keyboard. You
Which
push
letter?
it on the keyboard. It's browsing through the results. So let me put this down here. And then use letter N.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. All right, good. So I think I have a long list of VI editor that I will share. I will just put this in this place here, and then you play around with it, and then. But these are the ones I'm using, on top of my head. These are the ones I'm using day in and day out if I need to. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, so now let's get out of here. And then this is the VI editor. So the next command I'm going to show you, this is in combination. This is these are the commands that you use it for reading the file. Okay, so there is a command called head. Okay, there is a command called head. Okay, let's take a look what it does. You type head and then name of the file. Okay, what it does is it reads through the file and bring up the short result here. It should bring up about 10 lines here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. By default, head commands bring up 10 lines. Head command is used to read top 10 lines of the file. Okay, let me go back in there and put more lines in here. Okay, so let me see. Line or okay, this is supposed to be line 13, right? Okay, line 13, line 14, line 15, line 16, line 17, line 18, okay, line 19, line 20. All right, I'm going to save and exit, :X. It saves and exit, okay? So what I'm doing here is I'm doing head black hat and hit enter. By default, head will bring up 10 lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it brings up top 10 lines of the file. Okay. But you use the head and then, oh, okay, you didn't have enough results here. So what you could do is you could do head, then -15, and it brings up the 15 lines. It brings up 15 lines of that file you just wanted to read through, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, so you get the idea.
But Zafar, from behavior perspective, cat and head are the same, other than head give you leverage of how many lines you want to bring to the screen,
Yeah,
right?
by default 10, and then you could add numbers in there. You could, I think let's try adding only 5 lines here. So it gives you 5. By default, it gives you 10, and then you could manipulate it to use how many lines you want. Okay, when you do cat and black hat, what it does is it doesn't care. It reads through the entire line and try to display everything on your screen. So what will happen? What will happen if the file has 1,000 lines in there, right? Cat command is not useful unless you're using the cat in combination with grep. So there is a log file, okay? There are some log files that you, as an admin, you have to go and then into var log. Okay, by the way, grep command is just not for that. I mean, you could use grep command for with all other commands. Okay. So what I did was I'm searching through my ls result. I'm narrowing it down to file name messages. Okay, look at this file here. It's pretty big. I'm adding a h handle here. What h handle does is It's a human readable. ls-lh means it's a human readable. Let me put this in here.
I'm lost. Where the log folder and messages. Where are you?
You know what? This is just an example here. The reason I'm showing this is because I'm trying to demonstrate that there are some files which has like a lot of entries in there. So at this moment, I just went into the built-in folder which has a message folder. This is where all the system messages are there, and this keeps compiling a big file in there. And then I'm going to cat that file, and I'll demonstrate how many lines it has in it. Okay. And then the grep command can be used with um, okay. I'm gonna cat this cat messages, and then it just went through a lot of lines in here. Okay. Now there is another. There is another command you could use. Okay, let me introduce a command called word count. Okay, all right. Let's see here. It should have gone up here. WC. Okay, WC. WC is a command. It's a built-in command. Okay, what WC does is it does the word count. WC this is a word count command. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do space, then do WC -L. What WC -L does is WC with the handle -L. It does it counts how many lines are in the file. Okay. So let me get out of this here. Let me get out of this here first. Let's work on our file black hat. Okay. So I did cat black hat, and I don't know how many files are in there. Okay. It just says line 20. That doesn't mean it has 20 lines in there. So what I could do is I could do cat, then the black hat, then I'm using a pipe command, and then I'm using a WC command -L. What it does is WC is going to read through the files and then tell me that how many lines are in there. Okay, here our black hat has about 19 lines in there. Okay, that's WC. Okay, so there is another command handle you could use, WC-W. What it does is it will count how many words are in there. Okay, so there are 101 words in there. Okay, and then if you just type WC, it will give you there are 19 lines, 101 words, and 477 characters. Okay, it will also include a space as a character. And any of these here, Oracle, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it has 6 characters in it. So it's counting everything in there. Okay, now let's go back. What is the command to go back into the previous working directory we were in? It's just cd space hyphen. Is that what you were going to say? So now what I'm going to do is cat messages and then wc hyphen l. Okay.
But Zafar, a quick question on this wc command. Is this a command that can only be used in conjunction with any other command?
No.
Like we're using with cat after the pipe sign. Okay. Okay.
Okay, you got it right.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, very good question. I'm happy that when you coming up with these questions, that means you're getting grasp of what you're learning here. Okay, so let's see here.
I think we're going to ask the same question for grab, right? Grab can also be used independently.
That's true. Yeah, these are all independent. These are all independent commands. That's why I'm putting these are independent. Okay, these are not dependent on other commands. What you could do is you could use the pipe to manipulate the output of that command. And did I mention what output is? I think I mentioned what output is, right?
Yes.
I don't see it in here in the command. Oh, okay, right here. Yeah, output. I explained to you. Output is this is the result of the command. And output could be the error message or not, okay? So for output of this command is this is output. So you see that right now you have cat messages, and then that has 1400 lines in there, okay? When you do simply cat, it just went through your screen, 1400 lines. So in here, what you could do is you could go in there, and when you have a little idea, so if you want to look at top 10 lines of the message file, so what you do is you just type head, and it brought up 10 lines in there. These are 10 lines. It's a lot of information here. So if I expand this, so these are all 10 lines here. Okay. Okay, you want to know the top 20 messages, 20 lines, head hyphen 20, and hit enter, it brings you 20 lines. Okay. But this is redundant, right? But this is going to go be crazy, because if you want to see on the bottom of the line, what you have to type is, let me introduce you. You have to type tail. Tail is the command to start reading from the bottom. Okay. Reads the file bottom up. So by default, tail will bring you the bottom 10 here. Let's go back to our tail black hat. Okay, so it brought up bottom 10 lines. Okay, reads the file bottom up. By default, it brings up last 10 lines. And then you get the idea, right? I mean, you want to know last 20 lines, so hyphen 20. Okay, there it is. It brought you about last 20 lines. even though this file has only 19, they still probably brought up only 19, okay, depending on it. So if the file is huge, then you could manipulate the bottom. You know, just not restricted to 10 or 20 here. Usually, what I do is I bring up, tail last 10 lines, the last 100 lines. Okay. Any questions so far? And then over here, if you type WC-C, it will bring you number of characters. But if you just type WC, it will bring you up number of lines. It will bring you up number of lines. I'm sorry, yeah, and then number of characters also. Okay, and number of words. It'll bring you number of lines, number of words, and number of characters you have in the file. Okay, so you do WC messages. So you have, it's getting big here. I mean, this message file is nothing. It's very puny compared to what you have in the real world environment. Okay, but you're getting the idea. Yeah, I'm really happy how this class is progressing. Okay, so we looked at head command, tail command. Okay, and WC. We also really worked on VI editor, and then okay, so this is a VI editor, all these things, and I introduce you to grep and pipe. Okay, so we have about 10 more minutes.
Can we do a quick VI for a small file? I have a question when we do a VI.
Okay, let me go back. Okay.
So at the bottom, of course, one is a file name, and I think it is also displaying 19 line and 477 character, right?
Yes, it does.
Cool.
It gives you a quick information. It is also telling you the name of the file, lines, and the characters.
And I have a one test file where I have only 2 lines and there are like 5 characters in each line. But somehow it's telling me it's not 10 character, it's 12 character. When I count, it's 10. So maybe there is some space which I don't see.
No, I mentioned space is also a character.
Yeah, but when I move left and right in that file, so there are only 2 lines and each line have 5 characters. So if there is a space, it should move also. So if we can do a quick touch with a 5 character, 10 character, maybe we can experiment this.
I would recommend that if we do word count outside of the file with the cat command, that will, if the match, that will give a second thought that the count is
Yeah,
right.
same thing. In the word count also it's showing 12 character, but I see only 10 there. So that's where I'm stuck.
So it has 2 lines, 1, 2, which is matching. Okay, and it has 3 words, 1, 2, 3 words.
Yep.
Okay, and it says 17 characters. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, here. 1,
So
2,
same,
4,
2
5,
difference of 2.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. But it's saying 17.
Yeah.
There's, I think, end of line character is also there, so that's what it is counting.
Maybe.
Oh, okay. I suppose let's go into VI again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
So add one more line and see if we can have a like difference of 3. That means then what brother is saying maybe.
Yeah, even if you do not enter any character, if you enter a new line, that will be a character.
Okay, yeah, that's true though. It was showing previously, and it did count it as line 3.
Yep.
Well, you get the idea. I mean, that's what it is here. I always thought it counts the character here, but whatever it's displaying, it's probably looking for something else here. Okay, it may have some hidden characteristics that we can't see. Like folders, I have said ls-a, they are like 2 hidden folders by default here, right? So it may be counting those. Okay, so I showed you head and then more. Okay, let me show you the more command, then we are done for the day. I type more and message and then hit enter. What it's doing here is displaying like a first page, and then you hit enter. It's going to go line by line here, but if you hit okay, I think you have to do, let me quit this, okay? More -10. More -5. So it displays five lines here, right? And then okay. So what more does is it displays, and then you type more and hit space. You still are into the command mode. So it displays about 5 lines. If you type 5, it will browse through 5 lines at a time. Okay, that's what this more is, because what we used is more -5. Let me clear this here. So it brought you 5 lines, and then you keep as hitting escape. It brings you up 5 lines each time. It's actually scrolling 5 lines each time. Okay. So if you find something else, let me know.
And if you press enter, it will scroll only one line.
Yeah. Okay, we are out of time here, but we still have 2 minutes. Anybody think of any other questions, or if you are stuck somewhere, let me know. Then ask the question in the group first. Then after that, if nobody responds, then I'll respond. Okay, but guys, please go ahead and fill this out. I need to know how you guys are doing it, and then based on this, then we're gonna proceed. And after 2 weeks, I would have you guys create a new email address. I'll show you the format of the email address. Don't create it now yet, but we'll work on the new email address so that we use that for job hunt. Okay.
Muzaffar, I have a question on earlier thing when we were copying, yanking from the editor and copied exactly with copied into the Word document. How did we paste here? I tried to use Control V,
No, just letter P.
even in the Word document.
Right here. We are the, you mean in the text editor?
Yeah, the copying from VI and pasting into the Word document.
Oh, no, no, no. I don't know. I mean, copy from here and paste it in here. All you have to do is just right click. I mean, do here VI black hat and then just do this here like this.
Okay,
It
okay,
already copies and you want to paste it in a Word document here like this.
okay. Yeah,
I don't even know if I've tried that, but let's do.
I thought you did because you showed.
Right, copy, yeah.
Okay, okay. Okay, and the second question on this more, you said if we press escape, it will move the next 5 lines or whatever the line we choose.
Space.
Or space. Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. All right. I like everybody joining on time. It's been good. So please join on time tomorrow, and then we'll progress through. Okay. All right. When the video is ready, I'll just put in a chat that the video is ready and upload it. Okay, guys. Thanks for joining in.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you.